100%, you are right. So let me just introduce the batchmate. Okay, he's Mr. Samir, independent advisor. Nagesh is my employee and also pursuing CAP.
Wow, that's
CAP
great.
aspirant. And Nihar Shah, he comes from Surat and young, you can say independent advisor, right? And aspiring CAP certification in challenge pathway. Amit Pednekar is working in corporate and he has completed 4 exam and now going with 4 exam 5 with me.
Oh, wow.
So Mr. Kamal Jeswani, he is one of the senior professional. I request you share about your professional introduction, about your work experience, what motivated to do a CAP certification, what are your key learnings from certification which can help to your personal life as well as professional life in future. So you too.
Sure. So let me start with my introduction. My name is Kamal Jeswani, as you all know by now. I have done, if you talk about studies, I have done BCom, and then I did also higher diploma in software engineering. I wanted to be the best in everything, so I went for different aspects of career. Like I did my ITIL because that is the best certification in IT. Then I went for PMP, Project Management Professional, which is again from US. I did my financial modeling using Excel. Then I did Six Sigma Black Belt because that's the best in quality. I did MBA in financial management and also MBA in retail operations. I felt one is not enough, let's go for 2. And after that I went for coaching field. In coaching I got internationally certified as a Master Spirit Life Coach and also as a financial success coach. Now after having all this, I still felt that there is something more to it which can help people build their wealth. Because here, what these qualifications, they help you understand the different aspects of a business. They help you understand different aspects of life also in a way. But for a person to be successful, success is not just like, working throughout your life and retiring from a company. Success is much beyond that. And that is understanding how money works. And by reading the book Rich Dad Poor Dad, it gives an amazing clarity as to what is the difference between a job and being financially independent. Because I used to feel like, why do we need to retire? We can work throughout our life, because when a person retires, that means he starts becoming old. But then you understand that retiring is not about leaving the work. It's about doing what you want to do. So from when you are working in some company, you are doing it for meeting your financial goals. But once you are retired, you are doing it for yourself, just to enjoy your life. So that's where, as a financial success coach, I can coach people on how to become more successful financially. But if I can also tell them in India what would work more for them to help them grow their wealth or help them achieve their goals. Like, if you look at, people in India are misinformed about everything. And I'm talking about my qualification by now. So I should be knowing everything about personal finance? I did not. I used to give advice to people. For the last 3 years, I have been advising people on their financial matters, also on their taxation matters. But when you do CFP, you realize how less you know. Even if you go to any kind of any chartered accountant, and if you ask them how much you know about personal finance, if you ask any question related to CFP, trust me, they would not know much. Not because they are educated, they are qualified in a different field altogether. Their field is not personal finance. Personal finance forms a basic part of their course. Because I also done CA articleship. I cleared my CA foundation into group 2, and then I left it midway. Because I felt I have done more, now I need to start working. So, for example, a few years back, when I left left a job in IBM, I was told that if you keep your PF, if you do not withdraw your PF, it will become pension and you will start getting peanuts. So the best thing is withdraw your PF. And then when I asked people even in HR, they would all have the same opinion that once you leave a job, within 2 months, once the 2 months are over, withdraw your PF. Otherwise, you'll become a pension, and pension is peanuts. Once you do CFP, you realize what a grave mistake it is. This amount, if you look at compounding, how much it would have become by now. And you can actually educate people on that. It's not that once you keep depositing PF, it will become a pension. It's not that way. So the main thing is that lack of awareness. That's where we have a lot of opportunity in this field. Even if you come to investments, like they say, more than 90% people are investing in banks, FDs and all. Because for them, mutual fund is what? Share market. So the people who have basically experienced the share market, how they have experienced, they have done gambling. They have not done investment. People don't understand the difference between investment and gambling. What people do is, they go invest some amount like 2 lakhs, 3 lakhs for a day. And they expect returns in 2 digits in a day. And then they fail miserably. And then they say, share market is bad. Like if you understand any kind of business, when you invest money, for how much time do you need to invest in a business? How much time does it take to break even? Let's say if you open up, minimum
3 years.
Minimum 3 years. Yeah. If you open a shop also, and then once you break even, after that the growth is exponential. Yeah. Because then you can start doubling your revenue every year. That's what is the effect of compounding. Now when you are investing into a mutual fund, into a stock market, and you keep it for 10 years, 15 years, what would happen? The amount would start doubling, tripling. Why? Because that's the compounding effect. But if you say that I'll put the money, I'll withdraw it, when the stock market is down, I'll put the money, and when the stock market goes up, I'll withdraw it, nobody can understand, nobody can know when the stock market is going to go further down or further up. You never know. Nobody can reach the bottom or the top. Even the best people in the world. So that's the reason, like people who come on TV and all, and that's what we have learned in CFP also, that when you are investing into this, don't watch TV. Don't listen to them. Because when the market went down in 2008, 2009, people started withdrawing money. And then they lost money. Now, and then what they said, that because the US economy has failed. Then now this time again China. But if you see the last 30 years, all these things have already happened several times. But what has happened to the stock market? Once it was at a high of 6,000 rupees and people felt that from 6,000 it cannot go up. It took more than 25 years or 17 years something to reach that point of 6,000. Now it cannot go up. Where is the stock market now? From 6,000 to? It went up to 30,000 also. Now also it is down. This is the best time to invest. And what people would be doing?
Withdrawing.
Why? Because they don't know investment. They know just gambling. So that's where the role of a CFP is very, very important. Also another place where you start getting calls from people. They say, do you have an insurance policy? And you say, yes. Sir, you can withdraw that, you can stop that policy now. There's a better policy. Or they would say, sir, do you have a credit card? You can go for a personal loan. Now all these kind of telecalls have increased. And trust me, those people have been given a lot of training, because I do question them. Whenever I get such calls, I ask them, okay, fine, what is the use, what is the benefit of that? They ask you, are you connected with your agent right now? And the moment you say no, they know that this is a easy prey. And then they will start telling you a lot of things. So these kind of questions, if you have any kind of medical queries, what do you do, medical issues? You go to your family doctor and ask them. So if a family has a financial advisor, the moment they get any kind of call, what they would say, wait, let me check with my financial advisor. Why? Because they know there is someone who is highly qualified, who is keeping himself updated with all the new things in the world, who knows better than anyone else. I can at least discuss with him and then I can say what I should. So here not only they are able to gain more money, earn more money, but also they are able to protect their earned wealth, which is very important. Because nowadays people are becoming highly qualified in fooling also. So they need someone who can guide them, advise them. And now coming to the part of how Keyur sir helped us. The day when I met him, I told him, look, one thing, I am a financial success coach. So I'm going to do seminars, workshops and all. But I also want to understand, more about this CFP, because if a person, when I coach a person and if he asks me certain queries regarding investments, regarding insurance, regarding stock market, any kind of query, I should be an expert on that also. So Keyur said that yes, of course, it's possible through the CFP. And when you learn my process, because the most important thing, and I trust me, because doing Six Sigma black belt, I know how important is process. Never focus on the result. Okay, results are going to follow if you have the right process. That's very, very critical. If the process is not right, results you may or may not get, because even if you get results, they'll be by fluke. You would not be able to replicate that. Once you will be able to get it, second time you may not get it. But if the process is correct, you are going to get the result. So I said, okay, fine. So I would like to learn that complete process. And that's how I enrolled for the video learning kit. Because I said, coming over here, it takes 2 hours to come and 2 hours to leave from here. So it may not be possible to be here physically. But video learning kit, yes, it definitely helped me a lot. Because main thing is that you can rewind and you can see it again. It's something you do not follow. And again, the first thing he does, again, it was completely different. First he gives you the holistic view of the entire material. That this is all the thing. And then he gets into modules. Whereas if we go to other places, they'll pick module by module. So what is happening is you are not learning it completely. So once you know the whole, and then you zoom it to a particular thing, that fine, now you know entire financial planning. Now you zoom into insurance and learn more specific of it. Then you zoom into retirement planning, learn more specific of it. So that way, because of the background knowledge of the holistic, the entire view you have, you are able to understand it and not just mug it up. So you're not just reading and by-hearting it. You are actually understanding why I am doing this and how it is going to help me. And apart from that, when you are looking at the retirement planning, since you have the holistic view, you would also be able to focus on his insurance requirements. Because you know that this person, he has not taken any kind of insurance, okay, not even accidental insurance, and he has a dependent family, okay, and he is going for retirement. So the thoughts would come to you. Although you are solving the retirement question, but you have those thoughts in mind. And that's what is going to help you in your final exam. Because when you have a final exam, you have a complete case study. That is not specific retirement planning, or there you have about entire case, about the entire, fine, what all you will advise. That if a person has this, then what you would advise. So you have all those things in mind. That's where his process helps us a lot. If you look at the study material, he is, I would say he would very fast in writing. I have a very slow handwriting. So I do most of the things, mentally, just in my mind, that's fine. And what he does is, you must have seen him, how fast he writes and all. And if we try to copy, it takes a lot of time for us. So he has solved all those questions and he has given us a scanned copy of it. That this is how I have solved it. Okay, knowing an answer, knowing a question, knowing a method is different. But having a combination of all in one place is a different ballgame. Because there you see the question, you see how he has done it, what is the thought process gone beyond it, and then you reach an answer. That is what which actually helps you get a better understanding. And in CFP, it's not that you just read it and go and solve the exam. It is one of the most toughest exams, I would say. In fact, you also share the example of that person, who is actually a CA, ICWA, and he has also done PhD in economics.
Avinash Poddar.
And in spite of that, he said, I have done all those things, but when I went for the CFP for the first time, I did not clear it.
Last year, in September, he presented, na?
Yeah.
Avinash Poddar.
Right, so even he said that even CAs, they require the advice of financial planner. Because yesterday I was speaking to a lady and she said, yeah, I have a financial advisor. And who is that? My CA. I said, no, even they recruit a financial planner for their support. And then you go and ask people and they say they have a financial advisor. And who is that? An insurance planner. Because understand one thing, A person who is into insurance selling, he is going to sell insurance. A person who is into a mutual funds, he is a mutual fund agent, he is going to sell mutual funds. And when you say a CFP, he is a planner. He would help you make a plan for achieving your financial goals. His focus is not on sales. Those are like, secondary things. That fine, you come to me, I look at your entire financial status, I understand what are your needs, and I tell you that these are your needs now. And now based on that, this is what you should be doing. And if that person tells me that fine, since now you have told me, now if I go to another person, if I go to another mutual fund, then he might confuse me. Or if I go to an insurer, he might confuse me. So why don't you give the same thing to me? That's where you can provide them that service of giving mutual funds or insurance and all. But your basic role is not that. Your basic role is helping the customer understand his financial goals and helping him understand how to achieve them, and then giving him the means that this is how you are able to achieve those goals. So that is our role. And if you look at the number of financial planners, I think now they are less than 2,500. And if you look at insurance agents, more than 18 lakhs in India. And even if you look at mutual fund advisors, I believe there are around 70,000 or 25,000. I'm not sure about the exact figure, but that's the number. And then if you go and attend those trainings of, I have done all those things, mutual fund training, insurance training, and all those things because I have done IRDA training. So there again, they tell you about how to sell. Even when the question comes about indexation, what they say, उसका CA है, वो indexation करके बता देगा, आपका काम है उसको ये mutual fund बेचना. Come on यार, give it a break. And that's where the CFP role is very important, because CFP has been given a knowledge of all those things. I said, you're talking about indexation, we can do it ourselves. Why do we need to tell him to go to a CA for indexation? Capital gains, we know it. We know about insurance, we know about different types of insurance. We know as to what is the difference between term plan and endowment plan. We know it. We know that a person would require always, there are people who do not have dependents. Why would I even dare to sell him an insurance policy? He does not need it. So, when he would teach you, he would always teach you from that perspective. Because he is not an agent. He is a person who he's a coach. Actually, he's a coach because I know there's a difference between a trainer and a coach. He actually would coach you and he will help you to give the best thing to the people. And I think you have done the right thing by coming to him. And one more thing he told me, that Kamal, I'm not there just for helping you clear the exam. That's secondary. I remember that's secondary. Clearing exam is not a big task, and that should not be your objective. Although it is one of the toughest exams, the objective should not be to clear the exam. Because if that would be the objective, then you will focus only on what can come in the exam, and then you can fail miserably. But when you focus on how you can help people do their financial planning, when you have that kind of perspective, then you would be able to understand completely about the financial planning, and then when you go and give the exam, it would be easy. Because then you have a completely different mindset. And also, once you do complete your CFP, you come to me, because I am not there just to end my role at the clearing of exam. My role is as a coach is I am going to do the hand-holding even after you have done your CFP. I will guide you through your career. For me, your career is important and not the exam. So, those kind of words would always come from a coach and not from a person who is here to sell the training. So that's what the difference about KO Sir training.
Thank you very much. I am very happy to share that even though he is eligible in challenge pathway, but he wanted to go in regular pathway, successfully completed all 4 exams at first attempt and the final exam with the B grade, 60% plus. So once again, congratulations. Any queries you would like to ask regarding, because Nagesh, you are also in regular pathway, you have to also pass 2 exam, module exam, anything?
This thought would come to you always, why did I go for regular pathway? I could have gone for a challenge pathway and directly gave 1 exam and cleared it. But then again, when you think KO sir's word that it's not about an exam, it's about understanding. And that was the primary objective of going for regular, because being an MBA in financial management, I was qualified for going challenge pathway. But when you are into when you actually do the module exam, trust me, you get a lot of different things to understand. Because there you are, the focus is entirely only on that module. So you learn completely on that. And then afterwards, if you go for the final, you are like very confident. Because there you feel, okay, fine, I have gone through all this.
Because advantage is you have tested 4 times, you have experienced 4 times that particular environment. So when you attend 5th time, so you have it is like some kind of rehearsal, or you can some kind of mock test you have conducted or attended at their platform only, not at your home or office. So that's one important benefit. So in case if you are dedicated to give more time, up to 700 to 1000 odd hours, then you can opt for the regular pathway. Otherwise, maybe up to 500 hours, one can opt for the challenge pathway. Any queries you like?
Also, it's 2 hours exam in the module. So basically, then you are able to work your brain faster, because within 2 hours you have to finish all these questions. Whereas in the final you have 4 hours. So by the time when you go for final, you are trained to do it fast. Yeah, any questions for you?
As a life coach plus financial coach, is making any adding value?
As a financial success coach, what a coach does is he would not give you any kind of solution. A coach would always ask you questions, relevant questions, and help you understand your strengths and improve yourself. He would look at your action plan, and action plan would be defined by you, and he will ensure that you are following it. And if there is any deviation, then he will help you make another action plan, but the idea would come from you. But when it comes to CFP, CFP would also guide you, give you guidance on what to do. So these are 2 different things. So when a person has both, then it's like, wow.
So objective is that here you will be more constructively define the financial solution, na? Because in life coach you have given some soft skill point of view, but now when you talk about the financial, and when you create a goal-based financial planning, or some kind of basically you help him to a debt free. Suppose you met one debt trap person, which we were discussing morning, and now he's a debt trap and he's looking for life coach. Now life coach has a limitation because he doesn't understand the debt. He knows how to help client,
Right.
but how to reduce the debt, what could be the way which we learn, na? Okay, one is the reduce the interest rates, second is to how to reduce by selling some of the low interest debt, reduce the debt, third is the how to keep control on the new loan, okay, and how I can show you a path to become a debt free in 5 to 10 years. So when I combine both, so that my understanding is that life coach gives you a soft skill to handle the client emotionally, and from the financial planning angle, this gives you a hard skill, technical skill to provide the path to walk. So both skill will enable basically client to get it this single solution from the one person.
Yeah. So basically, as a coach, I would tell the person that fine. Now, if you are in debt, then how can you reduce the debt? Okay, then he would come up maybe I'm spending more, or maybe my income is less. I should try to work, and then maybe we'll ask more questions on that. But when it comes to at the end, maybe he'll say, okay, fine, I would also need an expert guidance from someone. So I would say, okay, fine. As a coach, I would say, okay, you can approach any kind of a person who is an expert in that, and you can also seek guidance from them. Okay, now, since I am myself a CFP, what will happen? You don't need another person. I'm there. So I can play the dual role. As a coach, I know how to change that mindset, how to ensure that that person is able to achieve the financial goal. And as a CFP, I know the method, I know the process. So both the things we are able to cover.
Okay, thank you very much. Thanks for coming on short notice from Thane and sharing your valuable experience. So there is a small memento from all of us. Thank you very much. Yeah. We'll keep in touch. They'll discuss on phone only today. Today I'm a little late.